Nice. There you go.
Oh! Come on. Yeah, come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah.
Hank's Direct V7 at Gus Fra. I had a conversation with a person who completed Hank's Direct very recently, and it wasn't necessarily like about Hank's Direct in general, but it was about climbing progression. And essentially she told me, like, you're as strong as I am, you should be able to climb what I can climb or stronger, especially with a new coach that we have. You will see drastic improvement.
Hank's Direct has been around since McKinney, and McKinney Falls State Park was established 30 plus years ago by some of the OG climbers in Austin. Everybody knows whenever you walk into Austin, whether you say McKinney or you say Hank's, they know exactly where those two are. That was one of the big reasons why I really wanted to send an Austin Classic. I think Ryan has a lot of technique that with a little bit of steering in the right direction, that guy can literally climb so hard. A lot of guys just pull hard. That's the easiest thing. All the guys have the muscles, right? But Ryan sees the details. And I've noticed whenever he makes small changes in his beta that he actually gets really psyched because he unlocked something new. He found out something different about the climb. So because it was so intricate, and because I had kind of seen him on other climbs change his beta and get really excited because he found out something more, I thought it would be a good exploration for him to kind of move through, figure out the beta step by step, and really unlock the whole thing. With this climb specifically, it's so technical. I would just imagine that he gets psyched on this.
In Hank's Direct, I think given how overhung the start is, preventing any sort of pump would be the physically demanding aspect of this climb. I think I need to dial in on the beta and really get efficient whenever I climb this route.
The beta for Hank's Direct is different per person. It depends on if you're short, it depends on if you're tall, it depends on what moves you like to do. You start on this jug, huge flake, and you go straight out to this second flake. From there, you actually put a toe cam in and you go straight out to a rail that's out to your left. And from the rail, you bump to the jug bucket. You're still holding this first jug that you went out to. From there, there's this really interesting finger lock pocket. You set this heel, and it's a heel toe cam. It smears up on the roof while your heel is wedged in so deep into this pocket. From there, you go to this tiny intermediate. It's about half pad, and then you do this huge move out to this Gaston, and that's normally the crux for everybody. You have to cut feet really hard. After you cut feet, that's pretty much the end of it. You campus the rest of the boulder.
Approaching a problem, seeing it very often, and doing the same moves over and over can be very physically and mentally demanding. So seeing myself potentially like fail a move over and over, but still coming back to it and approaching it with a positive mindset, like essentially just having faith in myself that I can complete this. Because otherwise, I think any route where you don't have faith in yourself is pretty much impossible. So approaching it with a mindset that I can do this is probably going to be the most difficult part. Because of climbing, I've come to realize like how important your mental game is relative to a sport, because sports tend to be very physical, but I think it's almost the opposite, where you need to take care of your mental first to see any sort of improvement or get any enjoyment out of whatever sport you participate in. And I think climbing has really changed my thought on that, because I think it's just natural to think that those sports are very physically demanding.
Taking care of yourself is of the utmost importance, not just in a physical way because of climbing, but it's also important to take care of your mental, because half of climbing is mental game. So if you're not right in your mental on the wall, then you're not going to be right in the climb. Everything is so precise. down to what you eat, how much energy that food gives you, to the way that you train to the day, all the way up to the mental game, how you talk yourself up right before you get onto the climb, or what you say to yourself of, I can do this, or I can't do this.
Yeah, the first move's dialed once you like.
First move's dialed. Yeah. They're very set. I think I just need to go faster. Absolutely no concerns. No questions about it.
It's your project.
It goes. Next time we're sending it. Sports in general, I think it's very team-based, whereas rock climbing is very individual focused. You're the only one that's going to be climbing. You're climbing for yourself, essentially.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Though it is a very individual sport, because of the nature of rock climbing and how you're able to see other people climb, how far they get, how many tries it took for them to get there, whether or not they send it, whether or not they're working on the same problem as you. You get to see and interact with other climbers and talk about beta, talk about their climbing history. Also in climbing, it's very important to rest. You're given downtime to converse, be open to other climbers, people who are literally just right next to you, total strangers. It's this interesting dynamic that you don't really get anywhere else, where you're competing for yourself, but you also have people who will root you on, and they're total strangers. Even competitors who will cheer you on and lift you up.
Yeah. Come on. Keep it.
Keep it.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Push. Nice. Hold it.
I think that's why I have come to love climbing, and I think that's kind of changed my perspective in life in general. It can be a total random stranger that you're seeing on the street or you're meeting for their first time, but I don't know, why not be there for them? Why not help them out? Why not show a little bit of love?
Hold it. Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. Come on. Nice. Come on.